So I'm starting this series of vlogs called Tappy Talks, and I'm calling it Tappy Talks because I'm 5. No, I say the word tappy a lot if it's your birthday and I know you and I go, oh, tappy birthday, and that's like my thing. And I just thought it was a cute name for this. So what this is gonna be is like tips, tricks, conversations, all kinds of great stuff to help you guys become better tap dancers, or to let us start a conversation with each other and ourselves about this art form that we love so very much. I will take suggestions on topics, so pop them in the comment section down below. If you're new to this channel, I've got tutorials, like so many tutorials, of every level, of every kind, choreography, techniques. Make sure that you subscribe and join the Tap fam. But today, the first topic is one that's like super important to me because I was always a musician and a dancer, and my biggest thing was always just practice, 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 get really, really good. But I learned something very important from one of my music teachers as a kid, and they said, you know, not all practice happens in the practice room. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, there's a lot of practice that you can do outside of actually picking up your instrument and playing the music. And I was like, what? And so she kind of explained to me some really amazing things that I want to share with you guys, because I know I've gotten asked like, what could you tell me to make me a better tap dancer? And like, obviously the main one is practice, right? But what can you do outside of that? What can you do when maybe you don't have the space or the time to practice tap dancing? How do you become a better tap dancer? So I've got 3 things for you guys today. 3 little tips that will help you become a better tap dancer even when you're not in your shoes, on the floor, and actually practicing. So the first one is actually a lot of fun. Listen to music. That's like the biggest one for me, because a lot of tap dancing we think is movement. We think it's all put your shoes on and move and learn the move. But we can't just train our feet. We have to train our ears. That's a huge thing, because as tap dancers, as I always say, we're not just dancers, we're musicians too. So we need to understand music in such a little finite kind of way. So get some really good headphones, or get some really terrible headphones, doesn't matter, put some headphones on, because that when you have headphones, you can really isolate the sound. Put on any kind of music you like to listen to. Something with a beat, preferably, but any kind of music you want to listen to, and just hone in on the rhythm. Listen to all the different parts of that music. Try to isolate the guitar, isolate the drums. Do you know how many different drum tracks are in most pop songs these days? Like, we were analyzing Cheap Thrills by Sia, and there's just like 6 different drum tracks. Isolate those, count them, listen to them. Go on a road trip and blast the music in your car, and focus on the music. So don't be the driver, okay? Because you need to focus on the music. Listen to rhythm so that your ears understand it, and then that will translate to your feet. So that's tip number 1, listen to music. Definitely not a hard thing for me to do. That's like my favorite thing. Tip number 2, watch other tap dancers. That's another fun thing. Don't we love to just go on YouTube and watch all these tap videos? We're just like, oh, look, there's another one. And I fall down the rabbit hole. That is YouTube all the time. Like, I find one really, really cool tap video, and then what happens? It plays the next one. And then the next one, and then it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, I've just watched tap dancers for 5 hours. Somebody save me, plug in my phone. But that's such a great thing to do. Watch other people. You learn so much just by watching. You can see little nuances that other people do that maybe make something click in your head when you look at a step. Literally, that's how I got leaps in jazz. I watched somebody go across the floor and do leaps, and I saw that she like used her muscles to get her back leg to go higher, and I went, oh, that's how you get your back leg higher. Ever since then, I have 180-degree leaps. My back leg is bent sometimes, but they're 180 degrees. So let's not nitpick real quick. But watch other tap dancers. If you can see another live tap dance show right now, find one, go watch it. It's amazing, and you learn so much. I learned so much drumming just from watching other people. As soon as I got my kit, first thing I did was got a bunch of concert tickets. I just wanted to find good drummers and watch them. And that's honestly how I learned that you hit the hi-hat with the right hand and the snare with the left hand. Didn't know that at first. All the drummers out there going, seriously, Jen? And I'm like, dude, I didn't know that till I watched. But you learn. You can learn so much just from watching other people. And all these tap dancers have so much to give, and that's why they put their videos out there. Not just because they want to go, look what I can do, but it's also like, look what you can do too. So that's tip number 2. Watch other tap dancers. So we have listen and we have watch. The third tip, you're probably not gonna like as much. It's not as fun for some people. The third tip is basically do. Not tap dance, but there's another aspect to tap dancing that we sometimes forget. Get some cardio exercise. I know, half of you guys went, but no, I mean it. Get some cardio exercise. Tap dance is such a cardio heavy sport, really. I mean, and I will do a whole tap talk about whether or not dance is a sport. We'll talk about that later. But tap is such a cardio heavy activity that you could have a really, really good practice session cut short because your body's just like, I'm done. But you're in the middle of such a good practice session, but your body's just tired. Condition your body to be able to go for a little bit longer and maybe not tire so quickly. Cardio is the way to do that. There are many different ways to get cardio that fit all body types, all levels of fitness. Just amp it up a little bit. You can walk, you can swim, and all of this is like cross training, which I do believe is very important for all kinds of dancers. But yeah, cardio of any kind. If you play Pokemon Go, great, go for a Poke Walk. If you like to swim and you live in a place that has either pools or an ocean, look, I just gave you the perfect excuse for a beach day, okay? Go get some cardio. And again, not the most fun tip, but it's super, super helpful, especially once you start performing, because any competition dancer or any dancer who's done a recital or anyone in my company who has had to do 3 shows back to back last year, all of y'all are like, yeah, I run on and off stage like panting. Maybe I should get some cardio. And it's the truth, honestly. So tip number 1, listen to music. Tip number 2, watch other dancers. And tip number 3, do some cardio. So I hope that these tips can help you when you're not actually practicing tap. These can help you make your practice sessions so much more efficient, so much better, and make things just click easier and give you the stamina to go a little longer. So yeah, that was our first Tappy Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, please subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this content and you want some more tutorials. I do put tutorials out at least 3 times a week, tap tutorials. I also throw in some other styles of dance here and there. I throw in some music stuff. This channel is kind of eclectic, but it's mainly focused on tap, no matter what, at least 3 tap videos a week, guaranteed. So hit that subscribe button and follow me on social media. All that information is down below. If you have a topic that you want me to talk about in our Tappy Talks, make sure you write that in the comments down below. But yeah, join the Tap fam by subscribing, as I've already said 6,000 times. And yeah, I hope you guys had a lot of fun with me today. And as always, thank you for dancing with me.